Target is coming under scrutiny for pulling products off the shelves that celebrate the upcoming Pride Month in June. Off store shelves in some parts of the country, not all, in the face of backlash from right-wing activists who have harassed customers and employees. The Human Rights Campaign president, in a statement, saying Target should not be responding so easily to criticism and threats from the likes of the Proud Boys. Target should put the products back on the shelves and ensure their pride displays are visible on the floors, not pushed into the proverbial closet. That's what the bullies want. Target must be better. Target says it is making the changes because of threats to its store employees and other customers from people who have also tipped over displays. The company says, quote, given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. This comes amid an unprecedented time for LGBTQ rights here in the U.S. The American Civil Liberties Union tracking 491 anti-LGBTQ bills in the U.S., focusing on those issues in schools, drag performances, and transition-related health care. Joining me now is Brandon Wolf, the press secretary for Equality Florida, the state's LGBTQ civil rights organization. He's also a Pulse nightclub shooting survivor. Brandon, it's good to see you. This has just been a really difficult time for the community, given what's happening in legislatures across the country. And now Target, a widely used store, of course, being targeted this way, and the community says caving into harassment.
Yeah, well, I think we have to call these acts of vandalism and threats of violence what they are. They are attempts to terrorize businesses and, as a result, the country into submission. It's important also to name that Target is simply a proxy for the war that extremists are waging for control in this country. But their fury is animated by the fact that the right wing has already lost the culture war. The fact is this country is browner and queerer than ever before. And for the most part, people are perfectly fine with that. So they rely on intimidation and fear to try and force the country into a backslide. And really, I think that means companies like Target are at an important inflection point. The easy choice in this moment is to capitulate, to negotiate with these unhinged extremists, but there is simply nothing you can give them that will satisfy their lust for control over people. You give them an inch, and they'll be demanding ransom for a mile. So the real question for businesses like Target is, do your values actually mean something? Do your statements of inclusion and diversity have weight? If so, you have to walk the walk. You have to tell these bullies that there is a hurricane of legal consequences waiting the first clown that topples a pride display or threatens an employee. You have to make an example out of them, and you have to stand firm in your commitment to a community that you've sworn to be an ally of. If your values really mean something, if you really mean it when you say that you're a company that goes to bat for our community, you have to take this moment to affirm that with your whole chest. Otherwise, those stated values are nothing more than a marketing slogan.
And earlier this month, Florida Governor DeSantis, of course, is running for president now, signed several bills restricting LGBTQ rights, including a measure expanding what critics have called his Don't Say Gay law, and another that's going to ban transition-related care from minors. What does this mean for Floridians?
Well, it's really what it means for the country right now. I have to take a moment of personal privilege to say it is actually breathtaking that DeSantis' presidential campaign has been such a catastrophe from the start. I knew it would be bad. I did not know it would be as bad as we saw last night. But while I'm admittedly getting a kick out of the viral content at his expense, we can't lose sight of the very real threat that DeSantis poses to freedom in this country. He said that he wants to make America Florida, but I wonder if people have really begun to process what that would mean. It would mean, nationally renowned poetry like ones written by Amanda Gorman being ripped from elementary school shelves because one parent complains. It means politicians deciding what doctor you can see and what services you can have. It means classrooms that treat people like me, quite frankly, as something to be ashamed of. It means businesses slapped with government sanctions for disagreeing with people in power. DeSantis has said that he wants the extremist agenda he has imposed on the state of Florida to be a blueprint for the nation, and we should believe him. Listen, I think DeSantis will stumble and fumble through this campaign, and he might even flame out very early and give us just one long comedy reel. But make no mistake, if he's successful in his bid for the White House, everything that makes this country great, our diversity, our ingenuity, our freedom, all of those things are at stake.
Well, just politically, his poll numbers, while they've gone down, he still has double-digit leads over any of the other challengers to Donald Trump. So he is a very real competitor for the Republican nomination. And by all accounts, this is going to be a very close election. So I think that he's a real issue here. And you can stumble out of the gate, but you can make that up in other ways. He's very well funded. Now, your group, Equality Florida and the Human Rights Campaign, have issued travel advisories about the risks associated with relocation or travel to Florida. What are you hoping to accomplish by that?
Well, this is a response to the litany of questions that we've gotten from people around the country and honestly around the globe. As these attacks have escalated on behalf of Ron DeSantis and his rubber stamp legislature, people have been asking, is it safe for me to visit Florida? Is it safe for me to relocate my family here? Is it safe for us to hold a conference or an event? And so we thought it was important to answer those questions honestly and publicly, to lay out the real situation here on the ground, the realities of policies that have been imposed. A trans woman traveling from New York City for a conference should know that she may face criminal charges for using the same bathroom at the Miami airport that she would use. People across the country should know that 80+% of transgender adults have had their health care provider taken away in the last 2 weeks. People should know that there are classrooms that are going to ban books about your families and censor American history from your child's eyes. People should know that before they make decisions about what's right for themselves and their families. And we felt like it was our responsibility, again, to be honest with people, to lay it all out so they can make the best decisions possible. And we've challenged people to be in the fight. Listen, if you're coming to Florida, find a way to engage on the front lines. Find a way to, get on the ground with us and fight for freedom. And if you're not coming here, make that choice not to come here and about your support for the LGBTQ community.